Welcome back, everybody. It's Getaway Day, Friday, May 8th, 2025. Born on this date in 1940, TV outdoors personality Red Holland of Hartford. In 1984, Tinsley Grimes, who was born in Birmingham and was on the cast of That 80s Show. She also played Robert's way too young girlfriend on an episode of Everybody Loves Raymond. Today we have an update on the University of Alabama doctoral student in ICE custody, a ruling on the 2023 congressional redistricting that didn't take, the Teacher of the Year, and life expectancy. I'm Mike Morgan, and we're down in Alabama.
The spirit of innovation is deeply ingrained in America, and Google is helping Americans innovate in ways both big and small. Central Texas Regional Mobility Authority is using Google AI to create smarter tolling systems and improve traffic flow for Texans. This is a new era of American innovation. Find out more at g.co/American Innovation.
Every day, thousands of Comcast engineers and technologists, like Kunle, put people at the heart of everything they create.
In the average household, there are dozens of connected devices. Here in the Comcast family, we're building an integrated in-home Wi-Fi solution for millions of families like my own. It brings people together in meaningful ways.
Kunle and his team are building a Wi-Fi experience that connects 1 billion devices every year. Learn more about how Comcast is redefining the future of connectivity at comcastcorporation.com/Wi-Fi.
The University of Alabama doctoral student who was detained by immigration officials has decided to request voluntary deportation to Iran, reports AL.com's Patrick Darrington. Alireza Darudi's lawyer confirmed the decision on Thursday. Darudi has been in detention since March 25th, when ICE agents showed up at his apartment in Tuscaloosa. The lawyer, David Rosas, maintained that Darudi's arrest was a mistake, that a revocation of his student F1 visa was set to go into effect only once he left the country. He also disputed the accusation that he wasn't an active student. However, a judge called for more hearings, which meant more time in detention in Jena, Louisiana for Darudi. Now, having already been locked up for 42 days, he requested to go back home. In a statement released after Darudi's arrest, the Department of Homeland Security had claimed he was a national security concern, but information beyond that has been scarce. Darudi has a fiancée who's also a doctoral student in Alabama. She said the two were planning to be married this summer. A 3-judge court in Alabama's Northern District ruled that the state legislature's 2023 congressional district map discriminated against black voters, reports AL.com's Heather Gann. From the decision, quote, "Try as we might, we cannot understand the 2023 plan as anything other than an intentional effort to dilute black Alabamians' voting strength and evade the unambiguous requirements of court orders standing in the way," end quote. Now, what this means is that the districts that were used during the 2024 elections, created by court-appointed map makers, will likely remain until the next redistricting at the end of the decade. That map resulted in the election of Shamari figures to represent District 2. That gave the state a second district represented by a black Democrat. Katie Collins of Bluff Park Elementary in Hoover is Alabama's Teacher of the Year, reports AL.com's Rebecca Griesbach. Collins teaches first grade at Bluff Park. She's also taught French in middle and high school, and she's taught English courses for children and adults. For being Teacher of the Year, Collins wins $5,000, will serve a year as an official ambassador for the teaching profession, and is qualified for the National Teacher of the Year contest. Plus, students can't give her a hard time about anything until fall 2027. The State Board of Education also named Aubrey Bennett the alternate Alabama Teacher of the Year. Bennett teaches senior history at Carver High School in Birmingham. And a study shows that life expectancy has risen in Alabama since 1900, as you would hope, but it hasn't risen decades as some other states have, reports AL.com's William Thornton. Now, it was a big study with researchers from Yale, the University of Michigan, and the University of British Columbia tracking mortality by year. They looked at around 179 million deaths in the U.S., 77 million women, and 102 million men. The study was titled All-Cause Mortality and Life Expectancy by Birth Cohort Across U.S. States. Now, an unscientific aside, I can't imagine many people who are alive today being able to survive at all in 1900. But that's not what the study was addressing. Here's what the study found between 1900 and 2000. Life expectancy for women in Alabama rose from 73.8 to 76.8 years. That's a far smaller increase than the national rise from that same 73.8 to 84.1. Life expectancy for men in Alabama rose from 62.1 to 72.6. Now, while life expectancy is lower for men than women, that did represent a 10-year increase. Still, the national average rose from 62.8 to 80.3, so that's closer to a 20-year increase. And the biggest improvement for women was in Washington, D.C., where female life expectancy rose from 63.9 to 93 years. That has a lot to do, by the way, with some affluent people moving into D.C. Now, for men, it was New York State, where male life expectancy rose from 60.1 to 87.8. Thanks for listening to us, everybody. Enjoy your weekend. We'll be back here bright and early Monday. Until then, y'all come by and see what we're doing anytime you want to on the World Wide Web at al.com.